Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm kovoCode and we're just heading off towards the Sun Temple. And once we grab a few more seeds, you might notice that we have a few more than when we left off. And that's simply because otherwise it would be an endless episode of trying to watch me collect as many as possible. And we really do need enough for the second power before we can go on after we finish the Sun Temple. So I just figured it would be a little bit nicer to you guys and we can continue the storyline and hopefully grab our second power before the end of today. And look, we can even didn't get there in time. So the cool thing is if you get to the swirling vortex of terror in time, you can actually prevent it from coalescing, I guess would be the word. And so so in addition to the quick battle win, you can have a very nice not even have to battle kind of thing. So you could conceivably get through the rest of the game only ever battling the corrupted.
It looks quiet.
Don't say it's quiet. Don't ever say it's quiet.
He has a bad feeling about this. So let's try and get up to the ground. Oh no, the hunter. Hunter, no hunting.
I told you, never say it's quiet. Work your magic.
So the really cool thing is, at this point, they've brought in all the mechanics that you as the player can really take control of, except for the other powers, but really those are all taken care of by just tapping on the Y button. And so like now they can introduce more obstacles for you to take care of.
Yes.
Why do we always have to go towards the bad guys?
So as you might have noticed, and you'll probably see in the second half of the battle with him, that he kind of spits out poison, or not poison, but like a tarry substance that blocks the screen, and so that's really cool. In that you're fighting blind at that point. And now he's introduced the idea of like the saw traps from older Prince of Persia games. So they're always just moving around and you have to make sure to dodge them. And it helps to spice up the game a little bit. Bam it again! And it's really interesting that the prince made mention of the fact that like they have to go up there or they have to do anything, because like as I think I pointed it out at the end, well at least in the title of the last episode, that like this is Zoroastrianism, like in the names of Ormazd and the Aura and Ahriman, because those are just different names for the Aura. This is why I need to focus instead of on doing comparative religion. But the Aura Mazda is basically the wisdom spirit of Zoroastrianism, and the closest thing to God as you're gonna find. And then there's the Angra Mainyo,
I don't think he's happy to see us.
which is basically the devil. It's just chaos. So if anyone's kind of a fan of I guess Wheel of Time or anything like that, that might seem very similar. And what's really cool is like Zoroastrianism predates, you know, Judaism, Christianity, Gnosticism, and like I love Gnostic symbols. So once again, Hunter, no hunting.
I hope that hurt.
He can't hear you.
Can't? And you're an ugly mother too. What?
But yeah, the major thing is that we that it predates by about 1,000 years, so it's the writings of Zoroaster. So,
Do you want to rest?
Ahriman won't rest.
but the writings of Zoroaster and his disciples, and those writings are actually very similar to those of oh my goodness, why can't I think about it? But basically, they make up there's the Vedas, which is an old it's basically in Sanskrit, and it's the Indo-Aryan version of it, or you know, depending on who you're talking to, the it's the Avesta, the writings of Zoroaster are the Iranian form of the Vedas. But the differences are that the Avesta are very clearly man-written, and you know, they're never viewed as anything other than the teachings of a person and the disciples thereof. However, the Vedas are made very clear to be they're told as what's known as Sritu. I think I'm messing up the pronunciation on that, but it basically means what is heard rather than what is remembered. And so what it means is that it's the words inscribed as from a non-human entity. And that's a very important distinction, because like when we think of it's like the difference between say Mormon texts and the Old and New Testament. I know that's a simplification and possibly an oversimplification therein, but my point stands. It's the fact that like crap, I didn't grab the top one. There we go. And but yeah, like simply put, by saying that it's not man-written, there can be issues of, you know, claiming that people are, like that there is an omnipresent and omnipotent God. I'm not one to make I'm not saying Zoroastrianism shies away from that idea. It definitely doesn't. But what it does say is that, you know, there's no such thing as predestiny, which is kind of where I started off before I got lost on this ramble. But by saying there's no predestiny and no one is destined to do anything, we can everything is free will. So our actions are all that matters, and our actions in a situation are what change the world. It's not some plan. And that's an important thing to remember, because we always have this idea that God has a plan, or order is all planning. Order and good is all from just in how we view it and the actions that we take to further it, if that makes any sense. I'm getting philosophical, but it's not working because I'm not good at it, I guess would be the best way to describe it. So we do have enough for another light seed, sorry, for another power, but I'm going to try and collect all the light seeds that we can in here, simply because if we do, we can get started on the next one, like, without having to worry about backtracking through here as much. But yeah, but as I mentioned before, like, I think even in the first episode, like, this is very much the idea of destiny versus versus free will. And both characters exemplify that. As well, they are bringing in new ways of, using like pre-existing mechanics, such as the ability to, wall jump, like, between multiple walls. And they already showed that in the very beginning. But it's basically as a reminder to say, guess what, you can still use this. And it's an important way to get around and get to various places. So yeah, I promise I won't continue to use long words in an attempt to sound smart. But that's kind of my whole thing. That's kind of what I did all through high school. Anyway, more seeds. I need more seeds. You may need seeds, but I need a Coke. Seeds. Coke. Seeds. Coke. Oh my god. And this is why I can't get lost quoting random crap, which I don't even know if those guys are still animating. Man, I haven't thought about decline of video games in a long time. I mean, I haven't thought about it since a few months ago. But, yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna head back to the temple. Non sequiturs galore. We're gonna head back to the temple, grab our next power, which I think, if we're gonna keep going after the hunter, is going to be the yellow wings of Ormazd. And let's just head back.
No, you have taken from me what you will. You shall have no more. No! I have lost her.
Father?
Lost. Gone from us.
I'm here. We can stop this. If you come, if you help us heal the land. Father! No!
How many times am I gonna have to fight this goddamn guy? If only blocking allowed you to, like, do counterattacks in all ways. You know, I mean, like, to have the bright little flash.
We don't know what he'll do.
What more can he do?
He can do a lot. He can do a lot of bad things. I don't think she's understanding it. He's released the evil monster, or I should say the evil god,
access fertile grounds in the citadel and in the royal palace.
and she's also managed to. So he's clearly trying to kill the only people who are doing their best to save the world. Like, this bothers me. It's just like, kill him now. And our second power tutorial. And this is a fun one, although it does get kind of stroby. As you can see, it's just a simple kind of flight thing, but we do get control during the rail sequence, so I can do these little things. Whee! 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 Oh, shit. I'll start focusing. I promise. Let's give that one more kill. So I've got to go over to the right, and then over to the left, to the left, to the left. I don't think I should be doing that one. Alright, and then up, and down. And now I can go in circles. Whee! So the thing is, you never really know where the rail's gonna take you until you've gone on that, and it can sometimes feel like it's a very roundabout way of going about it. So I don't know.
You know what it is that I ask.
Just because we saw that doesn't mean it will be true. The vision of you falling. Armin's trying to...
The visions aren't from Armin.
But they don't have to be true. No one can tell you the future.
That's kind of scary. Well, we're gonna find out more about what's going on and take down the hunter over the next few episodes. But I'll see you guys later. Have fun. Bye.